This is Eagle Owl, and today we're going to talk about this A.J. Brown and DeVonta Smith disrespect. Also, Dallas Goedert get Josh sweated. We're going to talk about that. And lastly, we have to talk about Justin Simmons. I think it's a little too late. He want to be a Philadelphia Eagle, but too late. But let's get straight into it. All right, man. Before we hop straight into it, we got to talk about the siding whites. Oops, I meant the siding mites. Okay, so Cooper DeJean and Reed Blankenship finally start the podcast together. I haven't seen any mixed reviews. Actually, everybody love it that they starting the podcast together, but we will see as the season go on. Are these two having a good season? Are we having a good season? Because when we having a good season, nobody cares about the podcast, but when things get a little rocky, we start caring a bit. Or when that player's getting torched, or we start nitpicking a bit. Well, ask Darius Slay, right? One moment we like, okay, the podcast's cool, but then you collabing with Micah Parsons mid-season, not a good look. So we'll see how this go. We'll definitely see how this go. All right. Another quick hit, AJ Brown. AJ Brown spoke with the schools and stuff like that. I can't play the video, but I have it play as I'm talking. He was saying how grateful he was for the city, how Philly adopted him, and he really loves it here. So all the talk about he's going to go to New England, this team, that team, or he hate Philly. He do things for the community. He's actually out there with his foundation, raising money. All I can say is he's showing signs he love the city. Or hell, he got on one good ass mask or something because he's definitely showing he loves Philadelphia, not just on the field, off the field as well. So I urge you guys to go check it out. He posted it on X. He also posted it on his Instagram page. It was a cool, dope video of him talking to the kids. Right, speaking of A.J. Brown, let's talk about A.J. Brown, DeVonta Smith. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. So, it's been about 24 hours or a little over 24 hours since George Pickens signed with the Cowboys or got traded with the Cowboys. Haven't been announced officially, and the conversations have started. I'm starting to see these lists and how AJ Brown and DeVonta Smith are super low on these lists. Like they got them ranked third and fifth in the NFC East as a duo. This is what I don't understand, right? Eagles. Anytime I debate a Commanders fan or a Cowboys fan about the Eagles, it seemed like we got just the worst team besides Saquon Barkley and the O-line. Who defense is better? Who defensive line is better? Who linebackers are better? Who quarterback is better? Who wide receivers are better? Right? They'd name their teams or whatever. But then when we win the Super Bowl, y'all got a super team. I'm like, but y'all just said we don't have the best quarterback. We don't have the best wide receivers and this, that, and the third. So how are we a super team? I think it's bitching. I think it's complaining. But let's go over some of these lists I seen. It was just utterly ridiculous. So this is a list by ML Football. So he got Malik Neighbors as the best wide receiver in the division. Second, CeeDee Lamb. Third, AJ Brown. Fourth, Terry McLaurin. Fifth, DeVonta Smith. Sixth, George Pickens. Darius Slayton. Then you had Debo, Wandale Robinson, and Noah Brown. I mean, first of all, if the Giants had that many good receivers and they didn't go anywhere, they didn't even sniff a playoff, they didn't even sniff a top 10 offense. But with that many good receivers and D-Ball supposed to be this offensive genius, no way. No way, no how. I don't think CeeDee Lamb is better than A.J. Brown. I think you can move A.J. Brown anywhere on the field and he could do his thing. He route runs better than CeeDee Lamb. Hell, you remember that old post where CeeDee Lamb actually admitted that AJ Brown's a better route runner? I'm gonna just play the clip just to remind you.
The best hands, you or AJ Brown?
Best hands, me and him.
Mm-hmm.
I like me.
Who is the better hands?
Me.
Route running.
Oh, he got that.
Who's the better route runner?
You see what I mean? He even admitted that AJ Brown's a better route runner. look, AJ Brown is like that, man. He really is like that. The problem is, and I see it with like Jalen Hurts, DeVonta Smith, and AJ Brown, they are falling victim, and it's sad. They falling victim to their own team, meaning Saquon Barkley had so much of a legendary like season, whereas though people forgetting AJ Brown and DeVonta Smith and Jalen Hurts are that good. Now I'm happy the Eagles were never gaslighted to stop doing what they're doing, but the public perception of these dudes, it ain't right. We talking about AJ Brown, who's a 3-time All Pro for 3 straight years on a run first team. We talking about a guy in DeVonta Smith who broke the rookie record, who had 2 seasons over 1,000 yards. That's what we're talking about, man. We're talking about a Jalen Hurts that outplayed Joe Burrow. He outplayed uh, Josh Allen. He outplayed Lamar Jackson. He outplayed Patrick Mahomes. He outplayed your top 4, top 5 quarterbacks in this league head on. We talking about a guy who almost beat Tom Brady for the MVP. If he didn't get hurt in that Bears game back in 2022 when we went to the Super Bowl the first time, Jalen Hurts would have been MVP and possibly even threw over 4,000 yards. I think people really forget how good they are. And I'm not saying don't let them gaslight you into stopping doing what you're doing. It's winning. It got you a Super Bowl. And Saquon having another year like that, stick to the same formula. Stick to the same formula. But what I don't like and what people are forgetting is how good our core really is. How good they really are. And look, the Chiefs went in with that mindset. Well, we stopped Saquon. We got a chance to beat these dudes. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because I'm telling you, Jahad Dotson can go off at any time. Dallas Goedert can go off at any time. We know AJ and DeVonta can go off at any time. Think about the playoffs, right? We played the Green Bay Packers, and the two guys that really made noise in that game was Dallas Goedert and Jahad Dotson was the spark plug, right? Then the Rams game, yeah, that was all Saquon. Can't front, can't argue that. What against Washington, it was literally everybody. Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, DeVonta Smith, AJ Brown, everybody went off. And when everybody went off like that, you score 55 points and nobody can stop you. Okay, Chiefs was like, you know what? We stopped Saquon, which they did. Well, he ran the ball like 23 times, a little over 50 yards. Jalen Hurts like, I got you. I'm going to beat you with my legs and my arm. And that's exactly what he did. So, again, I think the disrespect, people just forgetting how good these guys really are. Elite neighbors, a guy going into year 2 is better than A.J. Brown and DeVonta Smith. Stop it. All right, so let's get into the next topic. We got to talk about Dallas Goedert. So Dallas Goedert got Josh Sweated, meaning he signed a deal with the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm very happy about that. But he took a pay cut. He's going to take the risk of the Eagles possibly running it back. Because I think Dallas Goedert possibly could have got traded to, let's say, a team like the Panthers, right? They're going to win 5-6 games. Dallas Goedert going to get like $17 million a year. But at the end of the day, that's not going to fulfill him. So he like, you know what? Maybe we can run this thing back again, and maybe I could cash in one more check. It's not like the Eagles did him wrong his like whole career or whatever. So at one point he signed the extension, 3 years, $57 million? Now Eagles needed to save some cash, save some money, take some money off the books. So he's like, look, Goddard, you can stay here, but it's gonna be a pay cut. He's like, cool. He agreed with it. 1 year, $10 million. Now these things can work out. Cause think of the Hassan Reddick thing. Where he's like, look, Hassan, we can't pay you what you want, but we'll give you a pay cut. He was assistant. He wanted his money. Okay, cool. We're gonna find a trade partner. Now, whatever happened with the Jets happened with the Jets. Now you got Hassan Reddick with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers making 1 year, $14 million, and you got Josh Sweat with the Arizona Cardinals signed a pretty hefty deal, making about $20+ million a year. I'm just saying, at one point, Josh Sweat was the one that took the hit. So I'm thinking Dallas Goedert thinking the same thing. Like, you know what? I'll take the hit this time because y'all paid me before. But next year, maybe he want his bag and want his money. Then we'll see what happens with the tight end position. But everything told me, and it was just leading to Dallas Goedert staying to the draft. To us not really finding trading partners. We tried, but I'm like, okay, we didn't find any trading partners. I don't think we just going to cut him because we want something for him. Something was in the works. And then we're just told it all. No tight end in this draft. None. Zero. You're just going to rock with who you rock with and then just trade Dallas Goedert? It was never happening. So, look, Dallas Goedert took a pay cut. You took one for the team. And hopefully, we can fulfill that goal for yours or goal of yours is to run it back again. So hopefully we can do that for you, man. Hopefully. But let's get into the last topic. Last topic. Justice Simmons. He wants to be an Eagle, but it's too late. Baldy pretty much confirmed it. And let me play this clip.
And I've been saying it all off season too, Jeff. I agree. And it's not just a reunion with Justin Simmons and Vic Fangio. He wants to come to Philadelphia. He wants to be there. They drafted Andrew Makuba out of Texas, which is good. They've drafted Sidney Brown to go with Reed Blankenship. There's players there, but nobody with the numbers, the interceptions, like really the leadership that he can provide. They lost Darius Slay. They lost some leaders in that secondary. He provides that. He's another very, very smart guy, understands the game, high football IQ. And when he wants to be there, he wants to come to Philly. Just find him a house in South Jersey. He's gonna be here. He'll be fine.
To me, it's too late. The only way he could become an Eagle if he stick around while the season is going on and we have like a major injury. Hopefully that doesn't happen. We have a major injury. Justin Simmons is just still on the market. We assign him, but I just don't see it happening, man. I really don't. At one point, I wanted him until we got C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and I didn't even want him when we let C.J. Gardner-Johnson go because I'm like, okay, this is Sidney Brown time. I believe in Sidney Brown. Remember this. Remember these videos. I am Eagle Owl's the only one. Literally, I'm the only one saying Sidney Brown's going to start with Reed Blankenship. I've been watching a lot of my peers, a lot of the content creators. I've been reading the writings. Everybody want Andrew Makuba. I'm like, okay, cool. I like Andrew Makuba. Hell, he's an Eagle. Of course I like Andrew Makuba. But I think Sidney Brown is ready now, man. I truly, in my heart, I feel like Sidney Brown is ready. I feel like Sidney Brown's ahead of Andrew Makuba. But we'll see what happened during training camp and let the best guy win. Now, Andrew Makuba is just the better guy. Fucking Eagles fan. I'm going to be happy for him. But I'm telling y'all, man, I think it's Sidney Brown. But that's all I got for you guys today. Hey, man, what do you think? How do you feel? A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts, DeVonta Smith, disrespect. Also, Dallas Goedert being Josh Sweated. But this is Eagle Owl, man. I'm out.